Hi, I'm Jake with Rederly, and today I'm going to walk you through how to input answers into WeBWorK. A few things to note here is that you have some resources available to you for this. One is this orientation test I'm about to walk through, and we recommend that you go through it as well. The other one is a sheet that we put together that goes through how to input answers into WeBWorK. So without further ado, I'm going to start this orientation test and show you how to input answers. So we'll start off easy with multiplication. So I'll do 7, and then you can see this little multiply symbol is the star. So I'm going to do 7 times 7. And you can see that WeBWorK makes it really easy, like very obvious that that's multiplication. If I want to do division or a fraction, it's the backslash. So I'll do 2 over 3. You can see that WeBWorK is automatically going to make it look like a fraction, which makes it really easy to see how you're inputting answers. The other thing to note is this panel over here. So watch as I click into this box, you can see that this panel will appear. And this panel is a bunch of helpful resources on just, say I want to input in a fraction. All I have to do is click here. I can do 2 over 3. A little note down here to notice is you can earn partial credit on these questions. So these multi-part questions, you can earn partial credit on. Just something to keep in mind. So moving on to absolute values, I can put in the absolute value symbol, and you can see that I'll get that come in. I'll do of 7. The alternative thing that I could do, remember, is I could come over here and click absolute value, and I'll do it of 7. So moving on to the square root, I can come over here and click it, but instead I'm going to type SQRT. Either one works, and you'll see that the square root symbol appears. So I'll do the square root of 49. Moving on to index roots. Once again, a few options. I can come over here and click it. Alternatively, I can type in root, ROOT, and it will appear. So I will do the cube root of 9. Exponents. To do an exponent, it's very simple. You just click the caret sign, and you can see that it'll switch to an exponent. So I'll do x squared. Alternatively, once again, I could come over here and click exponent, and it'll get me to the same place. Infinity, the same thing. I can click infinity to the right, or I can type in INF, and the infinity symbol will appear. Same thing with pi. I can click it in my options, or I can type in PI, and the pi symbol will appear. If I want to do the union of intervals, union is very simple. I can do union, I can do capital U, or I can come over here and click it. The one thing to be very careful of is when you're inputting intervals, just make sure that you get your parentheses and brackets straight. So as you can see, when I type in a parentheses, another one is going to appear automatically. So if I don't switch that to a bracket, it will come up as another parentheses. But as you can see here, bracket is required. So I'll do negative INF to get my infinity symbol, comma 5. And then I'm going to type in the close bracket. I'll do with capital U. Like I said, you can do union, capital U, or come over here and click it. And then I'm going to do 9 and 15. And just to make sure that I got this right, I'm going to click preview answers, which is the same thing as save, to make sure that the bracket came through, and I can say, okay, yeah, it clearly did. Once again, these red boxes do not mean anything about whether your answers are correct or not. It just means that you've saved your answers, but they haven't been submitted yet. So moving on to inequalities. If I want to do X, I can do the greater than symbol, greater than 5. If I want to make that to greater than or equal to, I just click the equal sign after that, and you'll see that equals will come up. So I can also do less than, and then equal to 5 to make those appear. And then this last one, which is if I want to input units. So I could do 5, and then I need to switch to text mode. The way that I do that on my keyboard is by clicking double quotation marks, and you'll see this little text box will appear, and I can click FT for feet. Alternatively, I can have my 5 here and then switch over to this text mode right here, and I'll get the same text box, and I can type in feet. Some other things you may be interested in, sine, just type in as you would expect, cosine, type it in as you would expect. Same thing with logarithm. As you can see with this, WeBWorK makes it really easy to input your answers. So I hope that this video was helpful, and good luck on your final exam.